seen about these eclipse in news and newspaper. So it's one of the interesting spectacular phenomena, whereas there were some superstition on this particular eclipse also, right? So let's discuss in detail information about this eclipse, right? So what it means, whether it is whether it is useful to us, or whether it is there is effect from these, right? So let's discuss in detail information about the eclipse. Dear student, you all know that Earth is revolving around the sun. In the same way, the moon is also revolving around the Earth. So by looking at this, this moon is come in between the sun and Earth, and sometimes beyond the Earth also, right? So you know very well, when a person is come between the any two person, there is a chance of obscurance, right? So this disappearance usually termed as an eclipse. Let's discuss. You know well, this moon is one of the interesting celestial body actually. So it is a non-luminous body, means which is not emitting his own light, whereas he is reflecting light from the sun, and it has equal rotatory and revolutionary period. Therefore, only one disk of the moon can visible to us, right? So while it is revolving around the Earth, sometimes it is come in between the sun and Earth. So one disk only is visible to us. Therefore, so when he is come in between the sun and Earth, so moon is going to be invisible. So that is called as new moon day. When it is beyond the Earth, so the sunlight is falls on it and it's going to be reflecting and it's visible for us. So this full disk of the moon will be visible. This is called as full moon night, right? So the moon is revolving around the Earth with an its own axis, which is tilted around 5 degrees. Okay, na? Hence he is orientally revolving around the Earth. Sometimes they are collinear. Okay, na? Sometimes they are collinear. When the moon, earth and sun are collinear, means they are lies in a straight line, there is a chance of shadow of moon falls on earth or shadow of earth falls on a moon. By this, the either moon obscure or the sun obscure, right? So this obscurance of the moon or sun or obscurance of a celestial body is called actually what? Eclipse. Means obscurance of a celestial body by any other celestial body is termed as a eclipse. Here you're gonna see that for this particular reason of the for this particular part of the earth, sun is going to be obscured because the moon is come in between the sun and earth. Therefore, so sun going to be obscurance. So, and sometimes when the moon is beyond the earth, so earth shadow falls on a moon, hence moon going to be obscure. So on this base, the obscurance of the sun and moon, so they are termed as that means there are two types of eclipse, such as solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. The word itself is the meaning. So the obscurance of a sun is called as solar eclipse. If the obscurance of the moon taking place is termed as a lunar eclipse. I have to define in different way. That is what? So obscurance of the sun when moon is come between the sun and earth is termed as a solar eclipse. Or the obscurance of the moon when earth is between the sun and moon, that is termed as a lunar eclipse. So like this there are two types of okay. So let's discuss about first eclipse, that is solar eclipse, right? So when moon is lies between the sun and earth, the sun going to be obscured by moon, termed as a solar eclipse. So while looking at this solar eclipse, right? So there are some reasons, right? So this particular reason where the complete shadow taking place, right? Whereas the partial shadow of the moon taking place, this reason. So the umbra, here the word itself gives a meaning. Umbra means shadow. Penumbra, umbra means shadow, P-E-N-E actually. So pen means almost. So penumbra means almost shadow. So this particular reason, so almost shadow. Here the complete shadow taking place. right? So there are two reasons by the eclipse, such as umbra and penumbra. So the eclipse which occurs on umbral region, right, termed as a umbral eclipse, solar eclipse, and the penumbral region, penumbral solar eclipse, are also termed as means this particular umbral region there is complete obscurance of or disappearance of sun taking place. So therefore the total solar eclipse we termed as a total solar eclipse, whereas this penumbral region the half disk or partial disk of the sun going to be obscured or disappear. This is termed as a partial solar eclipse. Means there are two types of a solar eclipse, such as total solar eclipse and partial solar eclipse, right? In the same way, we're looking at this total solar eclipse, right? So don't look at a solar eclipse with a naked eye. You know why? You know that sun is a luminous body, means he is emitting his own light, and the intensity of a light is varies. You know why? The moon is obscuring, therefore the intensity of a sunlight going to be varies here, and some kind of radiations are also emitted from the sunlight, so they may affect your eye. The intensity of eye means light going to be affect your retina of the eye, because you know that your eye consists of convex lens. Converging lens means that converges the light rays, right? So therefore that may harm your retina of your eye. Therefore don't look at solar eclipse with your naked eye or directly. So use some spectacles or some special equipments to watch such solar eclipse. This is about a solar eclipse. In the same way, as I said that lunar eclipse means when earth lies between the sun and moon. So there is a chance of earth's shadow falls on a moon. So the moon going to be obscure. So this obscurance of a moon or disappearance of a moon or darkening of a moon when earth lies between the sun and moon, termed as a lunar eclipse, right? So here also, as you seen in the solar eclipse, here also the two regions, such as penumbral region and umbral region, right? Umbral means shadow, right? Whereas penumbral means almost shadow, right? Here also two types of lunar eclipse, such as partial lunar eclipse and total lunar eclipse, right? So the complete obscurance of the moon days, okay, now when earth lies between the moon and sun, called as total lunar eclipse. The partial obscurance of the moon when earth lies between the sun and moon, termed as a partial lunar eclipse. Sometimes the moon lies between the penumbral region and umbral region. The half part of half part of the moon lies in the umbral region, and another half part lies in a penumbral region. So that is termed as a partial lunar eclipse. When he is completely present in a penumbral, so that termed as a penumbral lunar eclipse also, right? So the day before yesterday, you have heard about that lunar eclipse, that is a penumbral lunar eclipse. Like this, there are two types of the lunar eclipse. So now we're looking at that lunar eclipse, right? So in this lunar eclipse, the moon appears to be red in color. So, and scientists usually termed as a blood moon also. You know why? So that is Earth consists atmosphere, right? Some gaseous molecules are found in Earth atmosphere. You know very well, right? Sunlight, and you know very well that sunlight, visible light especially, made up of a 7-color light, right? Or of the different wavelength, in which red color is the longer wavelength light, whereas the violet color is the shorter wavelength light, right? So these atmosphere molecules can scatter the means shorter wavelength light. Okay, now so they are deviated or scattered by the atmospheric molecules, whereas the longer wavelength light do not scattered by the such atmospheric molecules. Hence, the longer wavelength light means red color light is passes through it. Therefore, that incident or falls on the moon. Hence, the moon appears to be reddish in color. This is the reason why the moon appears to be reddish in color on that lunar eclipse time. Right? So this is about eclipse and the types of eclipse. So these are actually spectacular phenomena. You may look at these lunar eclipse with our naked eye or directly. You know why? The moon is non-luminous body. He is not emitting his own light, right? So therefore there is no such health hazard or eye defects will be formed by the lunar eclipse, but you may use spectacular also if you afraid about it. But these are the eclipse which are very interesting to watch. These are a spectacular phenomena, so don't go through any superstition, so which are arised in such a society. These are very interesting cases, especially in this COVID condition, the peoples, right, the citizen of the society are losing their hope and losing their confidence, and some people who are earning money with misguiding or with creating such a superstition on these particular eclipse. Okay, so this is only about eclipse. This eclipse with the practical means demonstration method also. Let us understand this by demonstration also, right? So let us consider this ball as a moon, whereas the green ball as a earth, and the light from the projector considered as a sun, means sunlight, and who is as a sun here. Actually the earth appears to be bluish in color, but here I use a green ball. Don't worry about that. Let us understand. So as I said that the sun, and the moon and the earth are collinear. When they are straight in line, there is a chance of the darkening of any one of the celestial body, right? So here the light from the sun falls on a moon, and the moon shadow falls on a earth, right? So you are observing the shadow of the moon on a earth. So this obscurance of the sun to this particular region, termed as a solar eclipse. In the same way, when moon is revolving around the earth, so when he comes beyond the earth, so the earth shadow falls on a moon, so moon going to be obscured or disappear part the earth part. So this obscurance of the moon so lunar eclipse. So this darkening or obscurance or disappearing of the celestial body termed as a eclipse. If it is moon, that is called as lunar eclipse. If it is sun, termed as a solar eclipse. That's it. So I hope you understand while watching these demonstration. Don't have any such a superstition on this particular eclipse. Thank you.